Okay, on example 2, now we're getting into the parentheses deal with powers. And one thing I want you to notice about each of these, before we actually evaluate any of these, I got parentheses here, followed by the power outside the parentheses. Each of those have that same look: parentheses, power outside, parentheses, power outside, parentheses, power outside. If you have -3 squared and parentheses, notice the power's inside, right? This 2 is only hitting the 3, not the minus sign. Okay? So it still equals negative because the minus sign is not being raised to power. In all these examples, since the power is happening outside the parentheses, what's being raised to the second power is not just the 3, but also the minus sign. So this right here actually translates to -3 being multiplied by -3. And 3 times 3 makes a 9, and 2 negatives make a positive 9. So that's the only way a minus sign is going to be involved in a power, is if the parentheses are involved and the power itself is outside those parentheses. If I have -3 to the third power, again, 3 is outside the parentheses, so everything inside the parentheses is the base. That's what's being raised to the third power. We're going to multiply -3 times itself 3 times. 3 negatives makes a negative. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. -3 to the fourth power. Again, the fourth power is outside the parentheses. The contents of the parentheses is what's being raised to the power. -3 is being multiplied by itself a total of 4 times. Oops. Trying to say 3 and write 4. Say 4 and write 3. There we go. So -3 is being multiplied by itself 4 times there. 1, 2, 3, 4 negatives. Even number of negatives is a positive product. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is 81. And notice this one here. Minus a -3 to the fourth. Here's what's being raised to the fourth power. This sign is not being raised to the fourth power. So that minus sign is there. Then I got a -3 being multiplied by itself a total of 4 times.
So you got 5 here.
So those 4 3s. So it's fourth power, so I got 4 3s and 1 extra minus sign because that's not being raised to the power. Alright? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minus signs gets me a negative. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is 81. So again, pay close attention when you're looking at a power expression. Ask yourself, what's being raised to the power? If parentheses are involved, the entire contents is being raised to the power. If there are no parentheses, only the number is being raised to the power. Okay, that's what you have to be cautious of on those.